Welcome in, Pisces. I'm Maria at Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our water signs Pisces. So very good to have you here, and welcome in cross watchers. Please feel free to swap around the characters as need be throughout the reading. And anytime that you come across this message and you were drawn into it was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages coming through for you, Pisces, should reflect some aspect of your situation, your current situation, as well as and or an inner knowing. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It might not be your reading this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I'm going to have an extended at the end of this reading. We're going to dive deeper into the messages coming through and explore all zodiac signs that come into your reading. Where am I at here? Oh, there we go. And explore all zodiac signs that come into your reading. Zodiac signs coming through can be about an intimate connection, as well as and or background players, friends, family, relatives, colleagues, children, siblings, cousins, extended family, blended family, parents. So just keep that in the back of your mind as we go through the reading. And if you like the content being shared, please like and subscribe, help the channel grow so that other Pisceans can get the messages that might be needed for them as well. It is honored and it is appreciated. So good to have you here. Let's see where we go with you today for your reading. This is for Pisces. Moon, Venus, Rising, and Sun. This is for Pisces. Moon, Venus, Rising, and Sun. Messages for those watching, please. Our dreamers. It's Neptune. It's for Pisces. Moon, Venus, Sun. One more time. All right, Pisces, here we go. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge the cards that I'm using. I'm using the Dark Tarot Mansion for your reading, kind of staying in tune with All Hallows Eve. This is by Taroteca Studios. They're actually from Poland. And the creator or the illustrator in this is Magdalena Kaczan, Kaczan, Magdalena Kaczan. So I think it's important to acknowledge these beautiful creators that make these beautiful cards for us so we can read the energies and bring the messages forth to you. It's all connected. All right, so here we go. This is for Pisces. So your overall energy or the overall theme for your reading is the Four of Cups. You could be dissatisfied with something or maybe feeling a little disappointed or feel like maybe you're being a disappointment. Your overall energy is Judgment. This could literally mean feel like you're being judged. Usually this means like realization, kind of a life review, but I think this is coming out as it's feeling like you're being judged. Let's see what your situation is. The Wheel of Fortune. So there's been a change in the wind. Something's turning, something's changing, something's moving. Let's see what your opportunity is here. The King of Swords. Well, that's Judgment. That's like assessing and analyzing a situation, taking in all the information before you make a move or before you go ahead. It could be being detached emotionally as well. Let's see what the universe is co-creating with you. We have the Queen of Wands. So that's an energy of originality, creativity, inspiration, influence, ingenuity, originality. Let's see where that goes with this. How did you get here? We have the Ten of Cups. So overall, I mean, you're kind of we're sitting in a pretty happy place. Satisfaction, contentment. Let's see what's right around the corner for you. We have the Four of Swords. Could be taking a break, healing, restoration, rejuvenation, taking time out for yourself. doing some things to nurture your spirituality and your body physically. Let's see what's fading away. 10 of Wands. Get a lot on your plate. Been carrying a heavy load for quite a while, whether emotionally or spiritually. And by the way, take this if it relates to you in relationship-wise or situational-wise. You know, most my readings are, they're not specific to love relationships. However, relationships always come through because that's what we do here on this planet. It's all about relationships. Relationships with our family, relationships with our colleagues, relationships with other people, connections that are very dear to us. But it's also situational as in nature, because innately it all comes back to you and learning about yourself. So however this relates situationally or relationally, but you've had a lot on your plate. It's been a long haul and a long journey, and you're tired. Tired. So let's see what the outside influences are. We have the Hermit. That's Virgo energy showing up. We have Virgo and we have Scorpio energy. And we have Sagittarius energy showing up here. Your next steps in this situation, the Two of Cups. So this could be addressing a relationship issue or a connection that's very dear to you. And your future possibilities, got the Three of Cups. So joy, celebration, happiness, friendship. Just finding more joy in your life and people who support you and uplift you and you feel good around. So there's some dissatisfaction here, but there's good things coming too, because we got the Queen of Wands in here and we've got the King of Swords. This seems to be just some sort of momentum that is turning a corner for you, perhaps. But let's keep going and find out what this is. So we got the Wheel of Fortune as your situation. Things are changing, turning, maybe being cleared out. There's been a shift. So clarify what this is for our Pisces, what the Wheel of Fortune is for Pisces. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Some of you could have had, I don't know, a trigger maybe. Some sort of trigger that threw a shift in your energy. There could have been an opportunity or something, some kind of news or something came through that seemed to be, maybe it was meant to provide help or assistance. It could have been opinions. It could have been somebody trying to influence a situation. It could have been a distraction. Something to do with an exchange. Six of Pentacles. Something to do with an exchange or something to do with sharing. Could have been an offer coming in that may have caused you a little bit of confusion, may have influenced you kind of funny. Maybe it wasn't what you were expecting, or maybe the gift or the exchange was, whatever it was, it shifted your energy. And not in a way that was like full of joy and happiness, but more of in a way that was kind of like, what? Could have been news. Could have been a comment. Could have been something tangible that just seemed a little off. I would say. Because it brought in kind of a sour feeling. So let's keep going here. Maybe you tried to make an offer to somebody or give somebody an opinion or give somebody, you know, and maybe they didn't take it the right way, or maybe they didn't accept it the way that you wanted them to accept it. Maybe they didn't feel it was worthy or of value or something. So let's see what the King of Swords is here. May have made you feel a little bit judgy, detached, emotionally, kind of like critical. So what is the King of Swords here? We have the Page of Cups. We have the Empress. And we have the Emperor. I think that whatever was offered here, because we got the Page of Cups, it came from a place that was heartfelt. It came from a place that was kind, considerate. And we've got the Emperor and the Empress here. So that's a dynamic energy together. Like these two balance each other out. The Emperor and the Empress. You can't really get any more entitled, so to speak, because these two are like the top of the cream of the crop, right? And I think that there also, you know, could be opposing energies here as well. But whatever it was, whether you made the offer or somebody else made the offer, it seemed to be not up to par, so to speak, or not like it didn't meet those standards. It didn't meet the kind of like something an Empress and an Emperor would receive. It fell short. And whether somebody's judging you or you're judging somebody else, or you know, I think that could be bringing up some trust issues. And you could be detaching yourself a little bit. I think maybe you expected something more here, or we're kind of like looking at it to be something a little bit more exotic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. A little bit more meeting your standards, so to speak. But let's keep going. This is getting interesting. Maybe you saw this person as like your Empress, and maybe something was offered and you thought maybe it would be more of a standard, like something an Emperor would give to an Empress, or something an Empress would give to an Emperor, and vice versa. But let's see what the Queen of Wands is. We have the Hierophant. So this could be in connection to a marriage or a commitment with somebody. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Fool. Somebody might have made a gesture that was uncharacteristic. It seemed to be a little more selfish in nature. Whether it was a gift, or it was words, or it was... it just didn't kind of meet the standards. Queen of Wands. It didn't meet it didn't measure up like the way it's supposed to measure up. I don't think there's anything malicious behind it. But I think in the back of your head, when you are in a connection with someone, or you have made a commitment to someone, or you are, this is supposed to be your person, something wasn't quite right here. Something was off with an exchange. So let's keep going. Let's see if this is about your expectations here. I think you kind of expected things to move forward a little bit more where it's like not at a baseline anymore. It's kind of moving up the ladder, and it may not have moved up the ladder, so to speak. So let's see what the Ten of Cups is, because this is how you got here. Because here you're sitting pretty good. You're satisfied. Things are good. Everything's rolling. Family's happy. You're happy. Everybody seems to be content. Not really going without much of anything. We got the King of Pentacles. We got the Seven of Pentacles. And we got Justice. I think you think something was unfair here. I think that you feel like you're putting more in than what you're getting back. I think maybe this has something to do with time and energy and resources. It has something to do with money. So there could have been an offer, some sort of offer here that was, this person could have given more than they gave. And you know that they could have given more than they gave. Or maybe you could have given more than you gave, but you just didn't. I mean, I'm looking at this and I don't see that there was like a motive that was it wasn't a motive that was like supposed to be harmful or kind of like a get back or one-upping somebody. Maybe somebody made a judgment call here and decided that they were gonna could have been covert, like they were going to make an offer or give some sort of gift or some sort of opinion or something that was going to kind of show the other person that they're not measuring up to standard. They're not measuring up to kind of the king and queen status. So let's find out what the Four of Swords is, because this is what's right around the corner. Because there's dissatisfaction here and there's disappointment. So clarify what the Four of Swords is for Pisces for us. You got the Page of Wands. You got the Eight of Wands. And you got the Sun. I think you're wanting some relief from this situation. I think you're wanting just some relief. I think you want something that's a little bit more inspiring, something that's a little bit more creative, something that kind of gives you energy, something that's more like passionate, desiring, something that boosts like the vitality, like the life, like brings back that happy place. Like it makes things shiny and new and feeling good. Brings back life into a situation. Warmth, support, happiness, vitality, energy. You might have to say something, but maybe you already did. But you might have to say something here. Something that's coming from your truth. Because I think you feel like this is kind of, it's problematic, first of all. And second of all, it's it seems to be a lot to have to like carry here. A lot to have to try to keep up appearances or keep up the keep up appearances pretty much. Something is not fair here. Something is not fair, and I think you were hoping that to set the record straight. So let's keep going, because now what we have is outside influences, Hermit. This could be the silent treatment. Somebody retreating into themselves. By the way, you got Aries here, Taurus, and Libra showing up. You got Aquarius showing up. You got Taurus showing up again. I think maybe you had been waiting quite a while for some things to balance out. I think that you were hoping for maybe some kind of offer back or some kind of reciprocity or something, something to kind of show forth effort from the other side in equal match to yours. But let's find out what this is. Hermit. Could be no talking right now. Someone may be putting by themselves or not talking. We have the Six of Cups, so someone could be acting very immature. We got the Knight of Swords, and we got the Five of Cups. I think somebody got triggered. They're acting very immature. They're not talking right now. They may have some regrets, some sadness, some grief. They may be having a pity party. Five of Cups. I think you're kind of disappointed in this. Maybe you feel disappointed, or maybe you feel like you were a disappointment too. So feel free to swap around the characters. Some of you, this could be you tried to give an offer of what you had to maybe somebody who took it as a joke, not a joke, but was kind of like, it didn't measure up to their standards or something. That's for some of you. And now maybe you've kind of retreated a little bit here, or they've kind of retreated. But let's see what the Two of Cups is, because this is your next steps. Somebody here feels cheated out of something, and they've put in a lot of time and effort here. This is a connection, this is a bond. This could be a work situation. This could be a relationship situation. I think more was expected, and it wasn't given or it hasn't shown up. I think there were some words spoken here or some conflict. Somebody's being immature. They're acting very childish because they got triggered. They could be having a pity party. But you got the Two of Cups here. You got the Fool. You got the Ten of Wands. And you got Temperance. So the next steps is about releasing some of this burden. Again, Temperance. Something's out of balance here. It's about releasing some of this burden, some of this strife, some of this like heaviness, some of this density. If there are two people here in a relationship, not one person should be giving more than what maybe they have it to give, and they're very giving. It could be you, you're very giving. Maybe this other person doesn't have as much to give back, but you got the Empress and the Emperor here. So somebody's holding back a little bit. Somebody's holding back. King of Swords. Could be emotionally. But the next step is to release some of this. Let some of this go. Have patience. You also could be looking at what's not working instead of what is working. Maybe your expectations could be a little bit too high. Queen of Wands. Not that they shouldn't be high, but maybe your ideas of about how something's supposed to work, or the other person's ideas of how relationships are supposed to work or what they're supposed to look like. Maybe you need to communicate what it is that you desire. Page of Wands. Eight of Wands, communication. Page of Wands, desire. Maybe you need to communicate maybe something that you desire. This is going to be very healing for you. Four of Swords. And Four of Swords is also about restoration. Because then you got the Sun coming up behind it. Maybe this person doesn't know what you need or doesn't know what you really want. But if you feel something's unfair and you feel like you've put in a lot more time, energy, and money to keep things afloat and looking happy, and you're kind of like keeping it inside and you're not really expressing anything. Not that it should be tit for tat. Like, I did this, so you should do that. Or, you know, if you give freely because it's just in you to do it without expecting anything in return. But if you're giving and expecting something to come back from somebody else to kind of match that or upgrade it or outdo it, so to speak, then that's giving under the wrong influence. I think if you can release some of this, let some of this go, and concentrate on what works in the relationship or what works in this situation, start looking at the things that bring you joy. Three of Cups. Maybe trying to find experiences that you both enjoy, or that is kind of like not somebody giving to somebody else, but something that you both enjoy that you give to each other, so to speak. But let's get one more on this Three of Cups. Maybe you want more fun and passion and romance in this relationship. Yeah, see, Ace of Cups. Brand new beginning in love. You might need to start over with different perspective here. Rest, recalibrate, rejuvenate. Four of Swords. Because you got a dynamic couple here. And you know what? It takes work. The Empress and the Emperor. It takes work. You got a dynamic couple. But it's gotten a little dry. King of Swords. It's more about who's doing what at what time. There seems to be a lot of judgment and less playfulness in the relationship. Someone's kind of looking at what's not. Someone's getting a sour taste at what's not being given back. So what the universe is trying to help you with is to think of things that are creative, original, that are like specific to your situation, where you can take an experience and have it together, where you both can enjoy it of equal value. That's how you start a new beginning in love. That's how you kind of start a new beginning in a relationship. Because you got the Two of Wands here, preparation and planning. And you got it with commitment, the Hierophant. That's actually about marriage, but preparation and planning. You can either stay in your comfort zone or you can take a risk and do something differently. And you got the Fool, right? Kind of free-spirited. Let some things go. Share the responsibilities. Say what you need. If you're giving too much, then say that. I feel like I'm giving too much. It's wearing me out. I'm getting tired. 10 of Wands. It's wearing me out. I'm getting tired. I need to take a break. I need to rest a little bit. I need some time for myself. I feel like maybe, you could have done a little bit more here, done a little bit more there. Somehow the responsibility needs to be divvied up and shared. But you got to ask for it. And some of this you might be taking on yourself, the Fool, with the 10 of Wands. But somebody definitely got triggered here, and somebody's acting very childish and having a pity party. So that could be you, that could be the other person. But I think the trick here, or the idea here, is to find something that works for both of you where there aren't expectations. But there's just a free flow of like being together and connected and having fun together. Instead of like what it appears to look like, or trying to uphold this image of the Empress and the Emperor. Because these are other people's opinions. 5 of Wands, the situation. Other people's opinions, other people's influences, how other people, the outside influences, how other people can affect it. So we'll keep going with this in the extended. So we got Taurus and Libra. We've got Aries. We've got Aquarius. We've got Taurus again. We've got Sagittarius. We've got Leo. It's a lot here, huh? We've got Saggy again. We've got Aquarius again. And we've got Virgo showing up. We've got Libra over here. And did I say Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, Saggy. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. And we got Judgment, Scorpio. I'm going to look at those in the extended. And then we'll get some actions and advice for you, Pisces. For those of you not going on, let's get some divine guidance to you. This is from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. So this is divine guidance for Pisces. Tiny Triumphs, number 21. So if you see 21 in the next, today, tomorrow, within the week, that's a confirmation that this reading was for you, meant for you. Tiny triumphs, attitude, belief, power of perseverance. A big mouse dressed as a circus trainer is holding a small eagle. The situation is inverted. The predator is small and the prey is big. This card urges us to believe in ourselves. Don't ever think you're too small or too outmatched in a situation. Inner size is what matters. Think back to a time when you felt good about an achievement. Don't give up now. With patience and hard work, you will triumph in the end. So again, tiny triumphs. The big mouse is dressed as a circus trainer and is holding the eagle, because the eagle is what eats the mouse. So the situation is inverted. And the predator is small and the prey is big. So however that resonates with you, however that resonates with you, Pisces, however that helps you, remember these are just pointers and guidelines for you. For those of you going on, the link is in the extended below. And until next time, may the peace that passes all understanding embrace the essence of your being. Bye-bye.